In this next module, we will take a look at actions you can take that will help you to stay safe on wireless networks. The best way to know your information is safe while using public Wi-Fi is to use a virtual private network, or VPN, when surfing on your PC, Mac, smartphone or tablet. One example of VPN software would be Norton Secure VPN. However, if you must use public Wi-Fi, follow these tips to protect your information.
We will start off with some tips on things you don't want to do when using public Wi-Fi.
Don't allow your Wi-Fi to auto-connect to networks. If you do allow this, you do not have any control over which networks you are connected to, including potentially malicious networks.
Don't log into any account that contains sensitive information using an app. Instead, go to the website and verify it uses HTTPS before logging in. HTTPS ensures that your communications are encrypted.
Don't leave your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth on if you are not using them. Again, this ensures that you will not accidentally connect to a network without knowing.
Don't access websites that hold your sensitive information, such as financial or healthcare accounts. You do not want this kind of information to be intercepted by an attacker.
Don't log on to a network that isn't password protected. Normally, if a business has taken the time to password protect a network, it will also have taken the time to encrypt the network as well.
Now, let's take a look at some tips on things you do want to do when using public Wi-Fi.
Do disable file sharing. If you have file sharing turned on while connected to a public network, you have an open gateway into your device for an attacker to use.
Do look for the S in HTTPS. The S stands for security and it creates an encrypted connection between you and the site. If a site requires a username and password to log in, ensure that the S is there in the HTTPS so that your login credentials cannot be stolen.
Do log out of accounts when you are done using them. By logging out, it closes the connection between you and the site you are connected to.
Do use VPN software. VPN software creates an encrypted communicating tunnel between you and the sites you connect to, thus ensuring your public Wi-Fi connections are made private. An example of VPN software would be Norton Secure VPN.
Here are a few more tips when it comes to staying safe when using a public Wi-Fi connection.
If possible, avoid online shopping when using public Wi-Fi. This increases your risk of having your login credentials stolen or your credit card information. Instead, save the shopping for when you are on your home network. If you must shop when connected to public Wi-Fi, consider using VPN software to encrypt the connection.
Also, just because you are using VPN software, it doesn't mean that you are totally secure in a public environment. You also need to be aware of someone that may be shoulder surfing. Shoulder surfing is when another person looks over your shoulder in an attempt to see your login information as you type it. Always be aware of who is behind you when logging in.
Lastly, always remember to disconnect from public internet when doing tasks that do not require it. For example, if you are creating a document, there is no reason that you need to be connected to public Wi-Fi in order to do so. By disconnecting, you sever any connection an attacker could have to your device. If you follow all these tips, you will greatly reduce your chances of being victimized while using public Wi-Fi.